If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check the referral links down in the description. They'll take you to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods already, and with the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well.
Hey guys, how's it going? Chez back again and welcome to episode number 172 of My Player here on FIFA 15. We start with a game against West Ham this weekend, as you can see, upcoming on the Saturday. And then the second game of the episode is against Liverpool, I believe, also in the league, unless we've had another FA Cup game scheduled in between that and now, which we haven't. Actually, think about it, we lost in the FA Cup, didn't we? So we're not in it anymore, so it doesn't matter. But we've got West Ham and then Liverpool today, and then we'll be on our way towards some more international games over the next episode or two. But for now, we'll concentrate on the Hammers and the Reds. We obviously are in 5th position in the table right now. Liverpool are top by a long way from us, at least. 2 points ahead of Chelsea, although Chelsea have a game in hand. And there's a big gap of 8 points down to Spurs, and then a further 3 and 4 down to Newcastle and ourselves, respectively. Although we could do with maintaining our gap to Manchester United, at least in the European spots, and closing on Newcastle. Obviously, as you can see, we do have a game in hand. So win here against West Ham will go down very, very nicely indeed. If you go on to enjoy today's episode, then feel free to hit the like button and drop it a thumbs up. And obviously, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. There was a stream this afternoon. There will be a stream this evening as well. Obviously, I've started streaming in the afternoons now, as well as in the evenings. If you missed the first episode of the new career mode yesterday, then check it out. If you are waiting to see that or have seen it, then of course there will be another episode of it tomorrow, so make sure that you're about in your sub boxes at 1 p.m. for that. But let's jump into the game against West Ham then, shall we? Hopefully our finishing will be better in today's episode than it was at least in the second game of the last. We did very well in the first game on Sunday, unfortunately not so well in the second, so hopefully we can do very well throughout today's, especially in the second game this time, considering we're playing against top of the table Liverpool. Comes Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain down the right hand side. Not the best of conditions to play fast-flowing football, not necessarily the best of conditions to play long-ranging lobbed through balls either, because the ball, if it bounces, will just get away from you because of the hard ground. But West Ham trying to catch us on the counter here. There's a bit of space for Enner Valencia down that right-hand side. They have tried to play it over the top. Ramsey gets it away, and then for some reason your man at right back, Cedric, misses the initial challenge, but throws it into Andy Carroll, worked to Mark Noble. Bit of space here for Cedric now down this right hand side if he can just keep it in, which he can. But not really too much happening so far. I'm not expecting that entertaining a game, to be completely honest, because obviously the conditions won't lend themselves to good quality football, as we've said. So it might be a game with few highlights, or it could completely be the opposite of that, and we'll have 7 goals. We'll have to wait and see. South American Enner Valencia probably not used to playing in snowy conditions, but he's having to here. But for now, we're at 0-0. Comes Cresswell down the right, not the usual left side for him. They must have switched wing backs. Here's Enner Valencia on the edge of the box. Got Kieran Gibbs for company. Works it into Mark Noble, who, with a really strange pass, gives it all the way back to Winston Reid, but it might have opened up the space and pulled our defence out slightly so that they can find spaces in behind. I'm pretty sure they'd want Andy Carroll in the box to receive across rather than down the wings trying to make one, but he is in the box now receiving across and could have a chance. He can work it onto his left foot, which he hasn't been able to do. Mark Noble into Ravel Morrison, into Kouyaté, who has a shot that's well saved by Wojciech Szczesny. We've got a man off the pitch currently injured. Not too sure who it is or how they got injured, but we are missing someone right now, so we're down to 10, and they were taking advantage of that there. Kouyaté having West Ham's first proper opportunity of the game. We might be able to have Arsenal's first opportunity of the game here if I can just get my feet sorted, which I can't do. Cold feet not helping here, and the snowy conditions, as we said, not lending themselves to good football, but West Ham seems to be making the better of it so far, but not too much to bring to you to this point. Here's Andy Carroll. People flooding forward for him in support. João Mario around the corner to Ravel Morrison. West Ham really are making the best of this so far. We've not really had a chance at the other end. They've stood it up here. It's Callum Chambers that actually had to come on for the injured Aymeric Laporte. It was the centre-back that was sat off the pitch at the halfway line earlier on. And as we go in at half-time, even with a defensive change and West Ham's continued pressure, we stay at 0-0. Zelalem out wide to Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. I don't know whether to go short or to try and wait for a cross to come in. We are waiting for that one header to get us the accomplishment, but at the same time, I don't really fancy myself up against Winston Reid and Cool, this other centre-back, so we'll play it on the floor and we'll score immediately. I'm glad I came and looked for the ball to feet there, because we've instantly, at the start of the second half, made it Arsenal 1, West Ham United 0. That was a very good finish. The defender committed there and we made just the right turn at the right time to get around him. Got caught as we had the shot there from Kouyaté on my shoulder. Completely took my legs out from underneath me. If anything, that might have actually helped the ball, because I didn't get a full connection on it. Actually swept it into that bottom corner. Arsenal 1, West Ham 0 at the start of the second half, and now hopefully we can continue to stay just as solid defensively and come away with a 1-0 win. Comes Cedric down the right hand side, 2 men in the box to aim for. Andy Carroll knocked one of them, Kieran Gibbs with a rather rash challenge, and I would presume he's going to pick up a yellow card for that. Wasn't the best of time challenges nor the best of technique on it either. He does pick up a yellow card from the referee here. West Ham with a free kick in a dangerous position on the hour mark now, trying to keep them out. Obviously, we've recently just taken the lead. That was a very, very poor challenge from Kieran Gibbs. Not even close to the ball. Wilshere goes off for Mesut Ozil, though, so hopefully it doesn't affect us too much defensively, because obviously Wilshere does put more of an effort in going backwards than Mesut, but on the flip side of that, Mesut Ozil will put more of an effort in going forwards, and we are going to need to go forwards if we want anything from this game. As soon as they actually get Andy Carroll in the box to receive a cross, rather than having him on the edge of the box or down the wings, he gets on the end of one and scores a rather nice header to make it West Ham 1, Arsenal 1. Game on again. Feeds it into Franks. Don't know who that is. That was a strange pass, but he's got it back to Cresswell. Into Franks again. Is he going to get a cross in? Andy Carroll waiting for it at the back post, trying to pick up his second of the game. Noble into Cedric. Around the corner to Andy Carroll again. 10 minutes to go. He's got it out wide to João Mario, working himself back into the box, although he's still out there on the edge. Here is Cresswell even more on the edge, and then Andy Carroll finds himself in the middle, and that was not far away. Carroll looking for a second goal, scored one with his head, going for one with his favoured left foot there. Tried to whip it into that bottom corner, got good whip on it, just not enough to bend it inside the post and around Wojciech Szczesny. Less than 10 minutes to go now as they bring on a substitution, and hopefully we can hold out for the draw, if not push for the win. Zelalem out wide to Mathieu Debussy. If Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain can make a run outside of him, we could have called for a cross, but now we've worked it back inside. Here's Ramsey across to Zelalem. Might use me if I work my way back around again. No, we've gone out wide. Here's Kieran Gibbs. Oh, back to Zelalem. I don't know whether to come short or go long again. We'll go for a finesse shot, but I've put it straight at the keeper. It's not the best of finishes for me whatsoever. Not sure whether we'll get another chance now into stoppage time at the end of the second half. We need to win that header, but Zelalem's more concerned with running backwards than he is attacking the header, although I think Kopolianka was offside there, and he was. So Koblansky, sorry, not Kopolianka. He's the Ukrainian, obviously, that was linked with Liverpool a few years ago, but nothing materialised there, and it still is at, I think it's Dynamo Kiev, isn't it? But Walcott's worked it into Ramsey here. Oh, I thought it was going to break free to me. I might still be able to get a tackle in. I've not been able to close Cresswell down quick enough. And there goes the final whistle. It's game over at the Emirates. West Ham 1, Arsenal 1. They were able to get themselves back level after we took the lead, even though they dominated the first half. But we'll have to take a point there in dodgy conditions. Ozil seems quite happy with it, to be completely honest. I'm not, but never mind. Well, at least we don't go into the Liverpool game on a defeat, but it would have been nice to pick up 3 points. I think, though, that will put us above Newcastle in the table, because our goal difference was better and we were only a point behind. I will quickly check before we jump to the Liverpool game, when it eventually does switch slates. Aymeric Laporte is going to be out for 9 days. And we are up into 4th on goal difference. Good. Now we have to go and take on Liverpool at Anfield. Santi into Zelalem to Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. I think he was trying to play it through to me there, but got caught on it. Ramsey play it through, deflected by the man inside of him. Oh, I tried to dink it over the keeper as Mignolet committed to come towards it. Ramsey, I called for it off him, and it's... Oh, he gave it to Wilshere instead, and then Wilshere tried to play it to him, and the angle wasn't there. First chance of the game has come and gone. I thought there, as the keeper was coming, I tried to lift it towards the back post, but my guy tried to play it towards the near, and it comes back off the woodwork, and we aren't able to take a 1-0 lead. Fortunately, conditions aren't as bad here as they were against West Ham, obviously in the rain this time at Anfield rather than in the snow at home in the Emirates, but Pogba plays in Sturridge here. They could go straight up the other end after we've hit the woodwork and have a chance their own. Lallana does shoot, but it's well blocked, and we will get it away. Not too much to rant and rave about so far, although it's starting to open up here with a chance there at both ends. Could start to come to life, this one, sooner rather than later. We may even have another chance here. Santi comes down the line. I'm going to come inside, and Santi's come inside as well. Jack, I think, tried to find me there, but unfortunately they've been able to get it away now properly. Lana down the left. Nice turn inside. Daniel Sturridge waiting for a cross. He's got Pogba at the back post as well. Here's Sterling. He's whipped it in. It's Sturridge that knocks it down. In actual fact, he's knocked it straight to me. We could have an opportunity for a break then. Santi, is he going to play me again? I will have to call for it to enforce the pass. But there's loads of space there for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. We'll sweep it out to him. Nice little finessed pass there. Not really too sure why he put so much whip on it. Could have just played it straight to him. Try and dink it over the top for your man in the middle, Jack Wilshere, and he drills it wide. Oh, you've got to get that on target, Jack. Brilliant opportunity. We've hit the post ourselves and the chance for an assist, but Wilshere lets us down with a finish. Still 0-0 after 34 minutes. Corner for Liverpool. 2 minutes to go in the half. It's not the best of crosses, actually, and Chamberlain will cut it out. I'm going to try and make the run. I'll call for the through ball. He kind of didn't quite play in my stride, although actually it has ended up going on quite a way. I'm going to try a Blurb spin inside one. In fact, it's a McGeady spin. We'll try the fake Rabona to beat him again, and then I'm going to try and drill it across the middle. Looking for a teammate. It might still drop to Santi. Shoot, son. He's tried, but the defender has done better. Oh, wowzers, that was a real opportunity to make it 1-0 right on the stroke of half-time. And a call from this from Zelalem. I'm going to try and feed it into your man Jack Wilshere, who's laid off to, I'm not too sure who that is, Aaron Ramsey, went over the challenge of Pogba. I thought it was going to be a free kick there in a good position. It's not. In fact, it's the half-time whistle. 0-0 at the break at half-time in the second game, as it was in the first. Hopefully we can take the lead, as we did in the first, but not concede, as we did in the first. Pogba dinks it over out wide for Sterling, who beats Gibbs to it. Can he keep it in? Great feet from Raheem Sterling. Sturridge is going to be underneath this. Lays it off to Lallana. Brilliant reaction save from Wojciech Szczesny. And that save had to be made as well. Lovely first touch from Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Counter-attack question mark? No, they were not really going to get the opportunity to. But that was a very, very smart save from Wojciech Szczesny at the start of this second half. We scored in a similar timestamp. Oh, I nearly caught Jordan Henderson from behind there. I'm probably going to get booked as well. No, he's just going to tell me off. Cheers, ref. We scored in a similar, at a similar time in the last game, and they almost did the same to us here. That really wasn't the best of challenges, was it? Lucky not to get away, or lucky to get away without getting booked there. Sturridge in the box. Turns his side onto his favoured left foot. Wiped out by Koscielny, but nothing given. Was a fair challenge as far as I'm concerned. Make the run down the line. Is Santi going to play him? He might go inside to Jack. No, he's going to go inside to Zelalem, who finds Mesut Ozil. Nice turn by the German. I'll call for it here then, and then we'll try and work the opportunity to get it through that gap to Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, who could be in to make it Liverpool 0, Arsenal 1, and that is exactly what Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain has done. We've got ourselves an assist. Really nice finish as well, side-footing it into that top corner, just beating the offside trap and opens the face of his body up. That is a very, very good finish from Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. He's actually now 88 rated in this save right now, and that was the main reason why I selected him as my wild card in the series with MGH and Channy, but unfortunately he didn't grow for me in that series. But in this one he's grown tremendously well, and he's now given us a 1-0 lead against league leaders Liverpool at Anfield. Here's Paul Pogba. Liverpool on the edge of the box looking for an equaliser. Fingers crossed they don't find one, but time will tell whether they do or not. Just over 20 minutes left to go in this one. Alberto Moreno could get a cross in. They're taking their time here, Liverpool. Alberto Moreno is left-footed as well, but Paul Pogba's right-footed, gets crunched there. No foul given though, did get at least something on the ball there, the defender. But Gervinho's made a nice run inside, and Gervinho should have equalised. That's a glorious opportunity. All he's got to do is get that on target with being the man over at the back post, and probably that's 1-0, or 1-1, sorry, but it is 1-0 as it stands because they haven't equalised, and we're still in front as on comes Marek Hamšík for Adam Lallana. And who's coming on for us? Probably Alexis? No, it's Theo Walcott for Santi Cazorla. Corner for Liverpool with 15 minutes left to go. They've taken Sturridge off and brought Mario Balotelli on, and that wasn't the obvious of corners there from Paul Pogba. And in fact, I might quickly call for this from Koscielny. If he can get it to me, we might have the chance for a counter-attack here. No, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain gets in the way. I'll still call for it. Koscielny will get it to me, and I'm going to play it through the gap for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. We could be on for another goal here. It's plenty of space for Theo Walcott. Surely he's going to finish it. Oh, he tried to take it around the keeper rather than shoot. Wrong decision, Theo. Wrong decision. If he'd have just shot there and tried to slide it underneath keeps, that would have been 2-0 and game over. As it stands, 10 minutes still to go, and Liverpool still have a chance. Gervinho trying to work it into the box towards Sterling, but here's Mamadou Sakho. I should probably get involved, shouldn't I, really, rather than just standing there. But Mario Balotelli out wide, too busy concentrating on commentating than I am actually playing the game. Theo, he's just played me in here, stolen it off John Flanagan. I'm on my own. I can't really wait for a support. I'm going to try and... Oh my god, that has to be a penalty. I tried to get the shot off. I think I missed the ball there. I think the ball just got away from my guy. Mignolet, yellow card. Yeah, that has to be a clear goal scoring opportunity, surely. I know the ball got away from me there. Just a heavy touch. I went to reach for it. Oh, my guy went with his left foot. That's why it looked weird, like I couldn't get there. And Mignolet just completely wipes me out. Well, I should be taking the penalty, and this will be a great opportunity. I am taking the penalty to make it Arsenal 2, Liverpool 0, and give us a victory. As you can see could see in the top right, it is stoppage time at the end of the second half. The chance to make it 2-0 against top of the league. Bang, right into the top corner. That's a cheeky swing, and that is Arsenal 2, Liverpool 0. 3 points against top of the league. Would have liked to have gotten six. Would have liked to have gotten 6 from today's 2 games. Straight at the camera. That weirded me out there, looking back at the TV to see that. We are going to get 3, though. That was our 27th goal in the Barclays Premier League this season. We are on fire. But yeah, it's going to be 3 points away from home against Anfield, and it's practically the last kick of the game as well. 3 points for us. 4 points in total for the episode, so that will definitely keep us in the Champions League spots unless Newcastle got a massive win in their game on this match day, which they didn't. They actually equalled our win, so we will stay above them on goal difference. We beat Liverpool, they beat West Brom, so we are still second. I didn't see how Tottenham got on there. They must have drawn because they did have a 3-point gap. They now only have a 1-point gap, so we're actually closing in on third place, and we've closed on Liverpool, and it's actually cost them the top of the table spot, but Chelsea outscoring absolutely everybody so far in the league so far. As you can see, 60 goals in 28 games. Nobody else has even scored 50. But we've scored 27 personally, which surely has us on top. No, not team stats. Surely has us on top of the Golden Boot charts. Yes, more than twice what anybody else has in the league. We've got 27, Soldado has 13. It's strange that there isn't anyone else that's scoring as prolifically as we are. Normally there's someone else that is around about the 20 mark at this stage of the season, because we are mid-March now, aren't we? I'm pretty sure we're mid-March, or we're at the beginning of March, heading in towards March. But yes, we're doing very well so far this season on a personal level. Hopefully we can help Arsenal get Champions League football next season. We are going to use all of the boosts at the end of this season, and we might look for a move, we might not. I'm not sure. It depends what European competition Arsenal are in for next season, but we'll approach that as it comes. For now, though, pleased with how things are going. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check the channel page for anything you may have missed over the past few days, and I will see you next time.